Hi. Today we're going to go ahead and do a little flow based off of a modified moon salutation that I like to do about once a month in my classes. But it does go into some deeper hip movements and back fascial lines. So we do want to do a little bit of a warm up before we get into it. We want to go ahead and start in a mountain pose. So we want the feet hip width distance apart. Spreading out the toes, getting a nice, good, solid foundation, making sure that we're distributing our weight evenly over all four corners of the foot, bringing the knee over the ankle, the hip over the knee, actively reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling as we let the shoulders release down away from the ears. And we'll go ahead and take a few breaths here because we do want to move with our breath here. So we want to take a nice slow inhale, letting the belly move as we inhale, letting the ribs expand fully and completely before we find that exhale. So we'll just take a few breaths, finding that nice slow deep belly breath. And then we can go ahead and, following our breath, we're going to inhale and reach up. Exhaling, swan diving, hinging at the hips, moving into forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting up, bringing the hands to the shins, pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhaling, back to forward fold, hinging at the hips, drawing the chest towards the thigh. Inhaling, reversing the swan dive, coming all the way up. Exhaling, back to forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting up again, pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhaling, down to forward fold. Inhale, reversing, coming all the way up. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting up. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhale, reversing, coming all the way up. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling, half lifting up. This time we're going to go ahead and alternate knee bends here in this half lift, just stretching through the sciatic and the hamstrings and the glutes, just making sure that they're ready for the poses that are about to come. And then we'll go ahead and come back to center. Again, following the breath, we exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reverse, come all the way up, and release. We want to go ahead and start to warm up the hips here. So taking the feet wider than hip width distance, the toes are still going to point forward, but we want to warm up the hip sockets. So we can go ahead and bring the hands to the hips, and that way you can feel the hip sockets as we move. We're going to go ahead and go into circular motion, just moving the hips around in a circle. So just almost imagining like a hula hoop, like when we were little kids. But you should be able to feel the joint as it moves around. If there's popping, clicking, or grinding, we want to either make that movement smaller or maybe just not do this flow today. We just always want to make sure that the body is safe and we're taking care of what is going on each day. So we're going to go ahead and switch directions with that circular motion. Just going in a nice circular motion here. And then from here, we're going to go into a figure eight pattern. So we just want to move the hips in a figure eight, if you could imagine the figure eight on your mat and you're following it along. And then just for fun and to make our brain work a little bit, we're going to go ahead and reverse that direction of that figure 8. So just changing directions. And again, just making sure that everything feels okay, that nothing feels off or painful or pinching or grinding or clicking. Those are all things we don't really want to have happen. And then we can go ahead and bring it back to center. From here, we will go ahead and turn the toes towards the corners of our mat, having the heels point inward as we get ready to go into our moonflowers and sunflowers to warm up the hips, warm up the glutes, and the quads. So from here, we're going to take a nice inhale, reaching up, exhaling, moving into moonflower, bringing the elbows towards the ribs. As we inhale, we reach up, exhaling into moonflower. So we want to keep the spine in a nice neutral alignment. So almost imagining sliding down the wall and using our breath. So as we inhale, we reach up. As we exhale, we come down. As we inhale, we reach up, exhaling down, and just moving with the breath here, warming up the legs, warming up the upper body slightly. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And let's go ahead and go one more time down. Coming up, this time we're going to go into sunflower. So we take a big circle down, keeping the chest lifted. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling down. So we're going a little bit deeper into those hips, into that squat. So we inhale and reach up. Exhale to moonflower. We inhale up. Exhale to sunflower. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We're going to go ahead and alternate between the two. So we inhale up. Exhale moonflower. Inhaling up. Exhaling sunflower. Inhaling up. Moonflower. Inhaling up. Sunflower. So we're going to go ahead and do one more of each. And one more. And we come up and release. We're going to go ahead and get ready to go into our flow that we have built up for today. So sometimes I do this flow, one breath, one movement. We're not going to do that tonight. We're going to be static in the poses for a couple of breaths. So from here, we inhale up, exhaling goddess, similar to moonflower, but the ribs or the elbows don't go into the ribs. They stay farther away. And we want to breathe. Don't ever forget to breathe. And then from here, we're going to go to the right side and we're going to move into high lunge, reaching up, pressing the heel towards the mat, pushing the hips forward. From here, we're going to go ahead, straightening out the front leg, hinging at the hips, letting the back come flat and the hands rest where they land in our flat back pyramid. From here, we can go ahead and bend through the front knee, shifting our weight forward. We can use a block if we have it, coming into either 3-point balance, placing both hands on the floor or the block, bringing the back leg up, or if we want to, we can move into balancing half moon, From here, we can go ahead, drop the back foot back, and come back up into a nice high lunge. Pressing that back heel towards the mat the best we can. We come back into that goddess pose. We can inhale up, exhale back to goddess. We're going to go ahead and move to the left side this time, moving into high lunge. On the other side, again pressing the heel towards the floor, towards the mat, reaching up. Remembering to breathe. And from here, we can go ahead and straighten out the front leg and then hinge at the hip, drawing the chest to parallel to the mat and letting the hands rest where they land. So just moving into that flat back pyramid. From here, we can go ahead and bend the front knee, placing the hands on either the floor or a block, lifting the back foot up, coming into 3-point balance, or if it's accessible, to go to balancing half moon. And then moving back to high lunge, we reach up, pressing the heel to the floor, hips moving forward, arms reaching, and then coming back to our goddess pose, holding here for just a couple of breaths. And we can inhale up and release. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.